Yeah, tough series against Atlanta there. Winning the first game pretty big, and then giving up a 9-run inning after having a 6-0 lead in game two, and then yesterday blowing a lead a couple times and losing 4-3. Only have a half game lead over Cincinnati. Uh, with that half game lead, Cincinnati has played one more game, so the Mets do have the game in hand. But yeah, it's down to a half game. We'll keep an eye on the Reds game tonight as well because they're playing the Brewers. We'll keep an eye on the Phillies score as well. George is here early. What's up, George? Saying, John, good evening. Hope you're well. Hey, Charles is here. How are you doing tonight, Charles? The Mariners don't get any easier, sadly. Nope. Frank T is here. What's up, Frank? Charles getting everybody in the swing of things here. Says feel inspired to join in the chat. You're welcome to do so at any time, respectfully. And asking everybody to smash them free subs and hit the like button. So once again, shout out to Charles. Charles is our lead mod here. He'll be posting inspirational quotes all night long. We'll be posting the channel rules all night long as well. Jason's back saying every game is a must-win right now. Absolutely. Charles says he's great tonight. So games going on right now. The Reds have a 1-0 lead over the Brewers. And the Phillies have a 2-0 lead over the Nats. The Phillies-Nats game going to the bottom of the first, where the Reds Brewers is in a top of the second. Darren's here. What's up, Darren? Welcome in as always. But some of the other games that will be happening tonight, the Rangers and Blue Jays. Former Met Jacob deGrom going up against former Met Chris Bassett. In that matchup there. Braves, Guardians, Marlins, Red Sox. I believe our guy Fitzy will be live for that one on his channel. Orioles and Astros at 8 o'clock. White Sox and Royals at 8:10. Tigers and Twins. Yankees and Cardinals. All at 8:10. Diamondbacks, Rockies at 8:40. Angels and A's at 10. Padres and Dodgers and Rays and Giants at 10 as well. And only final from today, the Pirates beat the Cubs 3-2. Some NFL preseason action tonight. Got the Titans and Falcons getting ready to get underway. And then tonight, the Chiefs and Seahawks. Gina's here saying greetings, Mr. and Mrs. PAS. Great to be here as always. I believe Mrs. PAS is sitting out on the patio with her new book she got. Jimmy's here saying I'm DJing, but let's go Mets. Gina says PAS Nation, hi all adrenaline junkies. Raymond's here saying evening, John. And everyone, let's go Mets. Be back in a bit. Frank says, so I take the Mets team needs more than a wake-up call. Yup. Hey, Tokes is here. Hi. Hey, is this the channel where some John guy covers the Mets with nothing short of exceptional work? John guy, but I think it's far from exceptional. I forgot Randy is on the Mariners. We can't escape that guy, right? What's up, Steven? Ernesto's here saying good evening, all Mets and PAS fans. Let's go, Mets. Jake says, will the great Mrs. PAS ever make an appearance? The two, what's the correct word? Stipulations she has put on making an appearance. Either my Mets win the World Series or her Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. So, we'll see. But if the Mets do win a World Series, I will definitely be at the parade. So, LFG says, Jack Sawinski did something positive today. Bought $100 worth of lottery tickets. Gina's saying, let's go, Mets. So let's make sure we're good to go here. Cancel that. Make sure we're good to go over here. Okay, good stuff. SNY still at commercial, so we'll look at the Mariners lineup tonight. It'll be Rosarena will lead off. Cal Raleigh will bat second. Raleigh still leading baseball with those 45 home runs. Rodriguez will bat third. Suarez fourth. Canzone fifth. Mitch Garver will DH and bat sixth. Solano seventh. Crawford eighth. And Cole Young will bat ninth. The Met defense, it'll be Mauricio at third, Lindor at short, McNeil at second, Alonso at first, Alvarez behind the plate, Nimmo in left, Mullins in center, and Soto in right field. That's the defense behind Sean Manaea tonight. Frank says, bring the special iced tea and I'll bring the Cuban cigars. It's a deal. Bud says the Mariners have a good record, but I think we can get a couple of wins. I don't know, man. The Mets have been blowing leads as of late, so. I do not know what to expect. That's why I still at commercial here. First pitch should be any second. Oh, he said. Keith said, oh. Titans and Falcons are underway. Only a couple games tonight. It's weird. No Thursday night game for preseason. But they do have a Monday night game this week. And no Met game. So we'll be live for NFL action on Monday night. Bengals and Commanders. Ronnie's here. What's up, Ronnie? Throwing some cookies in the chat. Those are usually some pretty good luck to score some runs. Nope. I completely have the wrong Mariners lineup tonight. Rosarena, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Suarez, Garver, no. SNY must have the wrong one. Because mine's in line with MLB.com. First pitch is outside, 1-0, or up high, 1-0. And that one ripped in the center field to lead off single. Got to keep an eye on a Rosarena. He does have 23 stolen bases. Ronnie says he's doing good. Those first four are killers. Their whole lineup, really. Here's Cal Raleigh. And he popped it up. Out to center. Mullins before the track. Will make the catch. A Rosarena will tag. No, we'll put on the brakes. One away. The Mets are in more than a phase. It's a virus. LFGM. Jacob's here saying, John, how are you, buddy? All right, Jacob, how are you? Who do your Yankees have this weekend? Outside, 1-0. Sean M is here. Sean, I'll get to your comment here after this pitch. The 1-0. And that one ripped out to left. That'll be down into the corner. That's going to be a run because Nimmo takes his sweet time. Yep. It's 1-0 Mariners. Good evening, Mr. John. What's up, Sean? Tribal Chief on the mound saying 9Ks and the Mets win 8-2. Charles with his first quote of the night saying winners never quit and quitters never win. Frank saying the respectful hello to Mrs. PAS. Let's go. Fouled off 0-1 on the first pitch to Suarez. Nimmo has no enthusiasm at all. Agreed. Oh, you're playing St. Louis, yeah. The 0-1. Pickoff throw back to second, not in time. The 0-1. In for a strike, 0-2. 0-2 the count. And fouled off, still 0-2. Steven says, what's the over-under 3.2 innings? Ipid? Oh, man. If he can't go 4 innings, Steve, the Mets are in trouble. The 0-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 2 away. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Nimmo. Yeah. Canzone will be the batter here. Runner on second with 2 out. In for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. And that one popped out the center. Mullins before the track. And he'll make the catch. But the Mariners get on the board. It's 1-0 going bottom 1. For the Mets coming up, it'll be Lindor leading off. Soto will bat second. There we go. Soto will bat second. Nimmo third. Alonso in the cleanup spot. McNeil fifth. Vientos will DH and bat sixth. Mullins seventh. Alvarez eighth. And Mauricio will bat ninth. Yeah, Manaea looks okay tonight. Yeah. They know. Teams know when the ball's hit out to Nimmo, they can take the extra base. But Luis Castillo will be on the mound here against the Mets. That was strange. I do not bet on sports, Cameron. Jonathan's here saying, here comes the pain. Outside 1-0. Jake says, guys, if the Orioles can take 2 or 3 from the Mariners, then I would hope the Mets can at least get a game. Just got here. It says Jonathan. Cameron says, smart man. But let us know if you have bets going. As long as it's not against the Mets, I always root for you guys to win your bets. Remember when we used to be confident that Nimmo would draw a leadoff walk and set the table? Outside, 3-0. He doesn't protect with 2 strikes anymore. Correct, Steven. The 3-0, right down the middle, 3-1. Okay, now you get a green light here. Castillo deals. Pop foul, 3-2. How's that strategy working out for you, Cameron? I don't pay close enough attention to. And that one lined out to left. A Rosarena at the track, at the wall. It's out of here. Lindor ties the game up at 1. Second straight night with a home run. Fans of the Green Bay Packers is here saying, "Let's go, Mets." Welcome back in. Nice. Nice, Cameron. Nice, Lindor. Lindy takes flight. Outside, 1-0. Worried about a home run celebration in the dugout. And Soto pops one out to right, but not deep. 1 away. That'll bring up Nimmo. No, Nimmo. Yeah. Turned $25 to $330 in a month. There you go. You just have to post your comments once. It's seen. Right? Frank says, Carlos says 24 subs. He agrees. Outside, 1-0. I don't know what their remaining schedule is. I don't follow the American League. Swung on a mast, 1-1. We're still trying to find Nimmo. Yes, we are. Hi, John and fellow Met fans. P.S. John, I found something you might like. Let's go, Mets. Yo, Steven. Frank says, I love my black and mild Jets. Swung on a mast, 1-2. Here we go. Charles posting the channel chat rules. Make sure you read those. Get used to them. Follow them. The 1-2. Down low, 2-2. But our mods will take care of you if you don't follow the channel rules. Thank you, Charles. Once again, hello to the team of 4 there watching with Charles. To 2-2. Outside, 3-2. This is the big one. Additionally, no exceptions, no profanity. Be civil and respectful with your views, opinions, and comments. Challenge the argument, not the person. Swung on a missed. Go figure. Nimmo strikes out. But let's keep batting him third. Here's Alonso. Swung on a mast, 0-1. Swung on a miss, quickly down 0-2. Yeah, and he can't field, but let's keep him in left. Yeah. And swung on a missed. Back-to-back strikeouts, but the Mets tied up on the Lindor leadoff homer. We go to the second, tied up at 1. Dill pickle and mustard spread. Mustard overkills the dill pickle. Nimmo and McNeil should trade batting spots in their lineup. Agreed. I always thought the third spot was reserved for the best hitter. That's what we were taught growing up, right? All right, here we go. Garver, Solano, and Crawford coming up. Manaea back on the hill for his second inning of work. Brewers have tied that game up against the Reds at 1, but the Reds have bases loaded and only 1 out. RLISW. Let's go. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you going above and beyond to support the channel like that. Bottom of the second inning in Washington, the Phillies have a 2-1 lead, and the Nationals have a runner on second and nobody out. Rangers and Blue Jays, bottom first, no score. Braves, Guardians go into the second, no score. Marlins, Red Sox, bottom 1, no score. All of their games are later, and then the Pirates beat the Cubs once again, 3-2. Only one NFL game in action right now, the Titans and Falcons, no score there. 5.5 minutes to go in the first. In for a strike. 0-1. Sucks having to root for the damn Brewers, right? Outside, 1-1. Nimmo, the Mets conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. They're just paying them too much. Up and in. 2-1. Honestly, in the offseason, I'd trade him. I'd tell a team I'm willing to pay most of his contract. Fouled off, 2-2. Why would you be rooting for the Dodgers? Two and two. Down low, 3-2. They check down at first. No swing. He didn't go. I'll make that call. That ball's absolutely crushed. And it's out of here. Mitch Garver puts the Mariners right back up on top. No, Vientos is in the lineup tonight. In for a strike, 0-1. Manaea already off to a bad start. He needs to get it together, seriously. Yeah. I mean, gave up a run in the first. Now a leadoff home run here in the second. Blue Beetles here. And that one lined out to right. A foul. Is it me, or is there too much celebrating for home runs? I don't mind a celebration if it's a big home run. And a ground ball to second. McNeil's got it. Over to Pete, one away. Like the Mariner dugout going crazy after that home run. Like I didn't like the Mets doing their little celebration there in the dugout to tie it at one either. I mean, come on. Mitch Garver. What do you mean? Mitch Garver's batting over 200. What are you talking about? Check swing foul. Quickly ahead 0-2. Yeah, but giving up a home run to a guy that's got 6 on the year. I mean, come on. The 0-2. Swung on him, Mez, struck him out. Second strikeout for Manaea. That'll bring up Young. Welcome into the 2 new subscribers so far tonight. The Mets bring all that on with their excessive celebration in the dugout. Yeah, maybe there's a strike 0-1. Like if it's a big home run, I don't mind a celebration, but come on. On the outside corner, 0-2. Frank says, too much celebration indeed. An important walk-off, I can understand. And fouled off, 0-2. Yes, home run celebration is getting too silly in the dugout. Yep. Down low, 1-2. To me, that's like every wide receiver celebrating a first down. The 1-2. Popped up. Lindor will make the catch. That'll retire the side, but Garver's home run puts the Mariners up 2-1. Retaliation celebration. I missed some stuff. Yep. So the Mets coming up here. Let's see who it'll be. It'll be McNeil, Vientos, and Mullins coming up. Once again, down a run. That pitch looked like it clipped, but I'll take it. Hey, PR is back saying, hey, John, salute Mets family. Welcome back, PR. The Reds. What in the world is going on? The Brewers are getting absolutely smacked around. It's 5-1. We needed the Phillies to beat up on the Reds. They lost 2 out of 3. Now we'll need the Brewers to do some damage here. They're in the second inning and they're getting smacked around. The Mariners broke your heart years ago. I love those receiver celebrations on a first down when they're down 21. Yep. I'm worried because if the Reds win tonight and the Mets lose, we're out of a playoff spot. Agreed with John. However, I did love Wayne Corbett on key third downs. He was amazing. Yeah, it's like a hockey player celebrating a goal. When your goal made it, your team was down 4-0, you scored to make it 4-1, and you're celebrating. I can see if it's your first career goal or something like that, but come on. Whoa. No, he does not. It's Beatles night in New York. And McNeil rips one in the right field corner. He rounds first, though. It's bobbled. So McNeil will easily pull into second base with a leadoff double. You also hate to sell. He's like, yeah. Charles says, when our attitude went... I don't know, Charles. You might have to do... You might have to try it again. And a chopper down to third. First pitch swinging. Doesn't advance the runner. Come on. You haven't batted in almost a week. Why are you swinging first pitch? Mullins takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Whoa, way up and in, 1-1. And why does Carlos Mendoza give a press conference before and after every game? I want him to come out and say, yeah, our players suck right now. And that's it. Leave the press conference. They need to get their crap together and just walk away. The 2-1 to Mullins. Up high, 3-1. And that's why he's getting splinters on the bench. He says, it's easy, Jonathan. And Mullins pops one up. And makes the catch. 2 away. So a leadoff double, still standing on second base. Charles says, when our attitude outdistance our abilities, even the impossible become possible. Very nice. Make the pitcher pitch. Take it from there. Hey, John, been here every game, and one thing I've noticed, the Mets are dead in the 8th and 9th inning. 150 or lower. How's the game so far? Well, Manaea has given up a run in both innings. Where the offense, once the first batter did something. The first inning, at least, Lindor hit the leadoff home run. But here, McNeil leads off with a double, and yet he stands there with 2 out now. And it's 1-1 to Alvarez. And that one fouled off, 1-2. And those is just place the recorder on the table, press play, and exit. Yeah, language, profanity. We can't let go of the rope. Let's go, Mets. I like that analogy. The 1-2. And up the middle. Base hit! McNeil will round third. And no throw to the plate. We're tied up at 2. Alvarez with a big 2-out single. Celia's here. What's up, Celia? Welcome back in. Honestly, the Mets need to be better. The Brewers are getting absolutely crushed right now. Doesn't seem like there's much urgency here. Correct. Yo, what I miss? Well, nothing really, because we're tied up at 2. So, here's Mauricio. Swung on a miss, 0-1. Cap says he'll be home in a few. LV, let's go Mets. IV saying woo. George says, nice call, John. You woke me up. Nothing much, IV. Welcome in. Or is it Roman numeral for 4? Frank says, tap that like plus subscribe button. Let's go. 8-1. 8-1 Reds. The 0-2 to Mauricio. And pulls one, base hit. Alvarez had to hold up to make sure he didn't get hit. Oh, he makes the turn, and he'll go to third base. That'll bring back up to the top of the lineup with Lindor. Vientos is lost. Correct. Initials. Very nice. Welcome in. First time I remember seeing your name in the chat. See that? I come in and we score. Maybe something different will happen tonight. Like winning the game. Everybody, come on. No? Alright. Gina says, come on, guys, please. Lindor led off the bottom of the first with a home run. And here he's got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Just like last year, the Mets are going to go as Lindor goes, so... Do we send Mauricio here? Darnell says we just need a win at this point. Crowd getting loud here. Back up to 71-71. We hit that at one point last night. But it dropped back down. Alpine 1-0. Once again, Charles, thank you. No profanity. The 1-0. Outside 2-0. Castillo up to 34 pitches. So good job by the Mets not only to tie the game back up, but they are making Castillo work here. The 2-0. Oh, foul tipped. 2-1. Charles says discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Leo's here saying, wow, 2-2 already, just getting in now. Steven says Lindor looks dialed in now. And welcome into Steven here. Steven S. Name's new to me, so forgive me if you've been here before, but name is new to me. He said the arms up killed me. I did it too. The 2-1. Castillo deals. And popped foul. And Gary says it'll go out of play. And it must because they cut away. Two and 2 the count. Oh, fouled off at the plate. Still 2-2. Steven says, I've been, but thank you, John. Absolutely. Brian says, my first Yingling burp. The 2-2. And line, base hit in the center field, and the Mets take the lead. 3 straight singles for the Mets here, give them a 3-2 lead. Lindor's 2 for 2. Blue Beetle with the Lindor and the flags. Let's go. That'll bring up Soto. Oh, that came way over the plate. Catcher was set up inside. Singles, doubles, and the occasional home run. Exactly. And that's how they scored the 13 runs the other night. Williams calling for the first Soto 3-run bomb of the year. Hit a bomb. LFGM. Start the wave, John. No, it was, it's 2-0. That one's outside. It was, the crowd was singing My Girl. So I was swaying back and forth along. Darnell says Soto better do something. Fouled off, 2-1. Come on, Soto. Hey. It wasn't deep enough. Didn't have enough base. The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Way outside, ball 4. That'll load him up for Nimmo. Pitching coach out on his way to the mound. So after the McNeil single, or after the McNeil double, Vientos grounded out and Mellons popped out. And then with 2 outs, Alvarez tied it up at 2 with a single. Mauricio singled. Francisco Lindor made it 3-2 with the single. And then Soto just walked to load the bases for Nimmo, who leads the Mets this year with grand slams. Hearing Fat Albert's voice makes me smile. Making them work. Love it. Yeah, up to 43 pitches here in the second inning. Yep, thanks for the reminder, Charles. Let the chat know. I waved my arms. My cat looked at me like I was having a seizure. Poor cat. And Darren says, I don't like Nimmo in the 3-hole. Nope. Well, home plate umpire giving a warning to Castillo here. Fouled off the first pitch, 0-1. Charles says, got so caught up in chatting and forgot about hitting that like button. Feel no way. Happens to the best of us. Why not pause now and give it a thumbs up? Let's go. We got 112 in the chat right now as well. D01. Down low, 1-1. Ronnie, what do you think? What do you think of everybody hanging out with us tonight in the second inning?
Yeah, they were adrenaline junkies.
They're what?
Yeah, they were adrenaline junkies.
They might not like that. They might not like that. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Cap says, I'll be shocked if Nimmo didn't swing first pitch. He did. And he fouled it off. The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. That's why you don't celebrate too early, Garver. Lots of ball game left. He did. He fouled it off. The 3-1. A little high, but called the strike. 3-2. I'm glad actually he didn't swing there. He would have popped that one up. That was too high to swing at. But you got to protect the plate here. The 3-2. The pitch. And the pops it up. And it'll go foul. 3-2 still. 3-2 still. Castillo getting ready to throw his 50th pitch of the night. Three and two. Castillo sets and deals. And it's chopper to first. Solano's got it and he'll take it to the bag himself. That'll retire the side, but the Mets add 2 and lead 3-2 as we head to the third. Don't screw this up, Nimmo. Once again, Nimmo should not be hitting in the 3-hole. It's not a great night until Mr. John says easy. Right? You don't get to hear Ronnie anymore. What do you mean? You guys can't hear that? Hold on. Oh, I don't have them on this side. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, they're adrenaline junkies.
You guys don't hear Ronnie when he says adrenaline junkies? Ronnie, one more time.
Yeah, they're adrenaline junkies.
Well, that's not good. It's supposed to be coming through all the sides. Properties. No, we don't want to loop it. Advanced audio properties. There we go. Ronnie, monitor and output. Don't know. IV says I hear it. What side is IV on? IV, oh, you guys, so the vertical side's hearing it, but the big side's not hearing it. Huh. Yeah, you're on my truck radio and I can't hear anything. Oh, you hear me, but not Darling. Gotcha. It's amazing how similar Ron sounds to Keith when you play that. A Rosarena will lead it off. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. I got to figure out why it's not playing on both sides. It's set up to play. Outside, 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Nope, I forgot my numbers here. Let's go over and get our numbers. And now in line, base hit in the center field, the leadoff single for Rosarena. He's 2 for 2. Whoa. Holy crap. All right, welcome into the 5 new subscribers tonight as well. In for a strike, 0-1. And Raleigh crushes one out to left, and the Mariners take a 4-3 lead. Absolutely crushed. Second deck. And Manaya's got nothing tonight. This is getting ridiculous with every pitcher not being able to do a damn thing. Oh, this is why the offense gives up. Like, can't we go an inning? Yep, Steven says, and they just stranded the bases loaded, which will come back to haunt them. Yep. Natalie's here saying hey. Michael R's back saying hello. Yeah, they see this on the bench and they're like, why try? Fouled off 0-1. Just had a yummy burger. Swung on a miss, 0-2. What the heck happened to this guy? You can't keep relying on your offense to get you all these runs every single game. Yep, 2 batters and the lead is gone. Yep. Yeah, Jonathan, you're going to have to trade him and pay that contract. Or just cut him. Like Jonathan's saying, and just pay it. Up high, 1-2. Charles letting everybody know your support is greatly appreciated. Yep, you went to get a drink. Mr. John P.A.S. Nation respectfully taking you and pop foul. Still 1-2. I need a smoke. Nelson's taking me for a ride. Nice. Say hello to Nelson for us. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 1 away. Nats and Phillies are tied up at 2, and it was Cincinnati who led 8-1. It's now 8-5. Somebody said it. Don't worry about it. The Brewers come back. The 0-1. There's a strike 0-2. L Goods here saying what's up, John. Love this one. Outside 1-2. If serving is below me, leadership is beyond me. Love it. So we needed another starter at the trade deadline. It swung on a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. 4 strikeouts tonight for Manaea. Yep, we do need Manaea to figure this out. We're better off winning coming from behind. When we have a lead, I'm nervous. In for a strike, 0-1. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Canzone flew out his first time up to center field to end the first inning. Yeah. Yeah, complete 180 from last season. Right, Jonathan? Outside, 1-2. Bounced in the dirt. 2-2. Yep, at the deadline, yeah. Mendoza's going to get it either way, so he might as well leave Minaya in there until his arm falls off. I don't want to see Stanek coming in early. And a chopper. Foul. Up behind the first base bag. I'm not seeing fight. Something going on in that clubhouse. There are no aces on this team. No face cards. Either we get dealt a 9, 8, 5, 3, or a 2. Stern's the genius. Stern's the genius. The 2-2. Bounce in the dirt. 3-2. What happened? Swung on a miss. He struck him out. So Minaya strikes out 3. But after he gives up the single and the 2-run homer, it's 4-3 Mariners going to the bottom of the third. Alonzo, McNeil, and Vientos coming up. Wesley, subscribe. Thank you, Wesley. We're up to 8 subscribers so far tonight. Welcome in, everybody. We'll be live for all 3 of this series. And there it is. Our guy Gritty throwing you some popcorn there. We'll be back to Flyers action in October. Elgood says 2024, 2 terrible months, then an incredible finish. 2025, 2 good months, then trash for 2 months. Hopefully we can finish strong. Athena's here saying hi all, and let's go Mets. Yep, I'm trying to have some hope for the New York teams. Can't give up on the season yet. Maybe getting mad is what some of these guys need, because outside Lindor the other day slamming his glove, I haven't seen any anger or frustration. Correct. Castillo still on the mound
They're
here.
adrenaline junkies.
Whoa, easy. I hear Ronnie talking. What do you mean? They have 3 runs tonight. What are you talking about? Oh, in an inning maybe? I don't know. They scored 2 in the second. The 1-1 to Pete. And a chopper in front of the plate. Raleigh's got it. Throw it down the first. 1 away. Pete looks like he's limping. Yeah. Winker does have a little bit of that attitude, but... Alright, here's McNeil. He doubled and scored his last time. Yo, that's what you mean? Yeah, 1 run in an inning, yeah. On the inside corner, 0-1. Pop foul, 0-2. Oh, giving chase towards the dugout. It goes out of play. The 0-2. Up high, 1-2. He didn't go. They check at third. No swing. The 1-2. And McNeil, that ball was way inside, and he turned on it and ripped it foul. Steven says, I totally forgotten Winker and Siri are Mets. Yep. And Winker came back and got hurt again within like 2 days. Charles says, whether you're actively chatting or enjoying the stream quietly, you make the PAS network what it is. Feel free to join in the chat at any time and express yourself respectfully. McNeil pops one foul. We'll do it again. Still 1-2. The 1-2. Fouled off. Excuse me. Yes, he is injured. He is injured. Swung on a miss, 2 away. Charles says, don't count the days, make the days count. God bless us, Frank. Thank you, sir. That'll bring up Vientos. He grounded out to third his first time. Inside 1-0. And popped up. First baseman Solano will make the catch. And the Mets go 1-2-3 in the third. We go to the fourth. 4-3 Mariners. Yes, Winker was just a 1-year deal. Series the highest paid cheerleader. Love it. I love the fact that they always do this. Veteran of the game. They always give the veteran a flag that flew over Citi Field. So that's always a cool little gesture by the Mets there. Nice Toke says, you like the team? Like the stream. Very nice, Tokes. If we all come together as a team. It'll be Garver, Solano, and Crawford coming up. Mania single-handedly took the wind out of the Mets sails. Yep. Let's take a look at those other two games we're concerned about tonight. Going to the fourth inning, the Reds now up 8-6 over the Brewers. It was 8-1 at one point. It's now 8-6. In for a strike, 0-1. No, called the ball. Come on, Blue. Phillies and Nats tied at 2, bottom of the fifth. Down low, 2-0. Yep, Brew Crew cut the lead to 2. Thank you, William. There's a strike, 2-1. Yeah, look at these Stearns signings. Have been atrocious, either injured or stinking it up. Yep. Outside, 3-1. The 3-1. Inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk here. 4th straight inning, the Mariners leadoff man gets on base. The Mets can help the American League wildcard teams here with a win here. Outside 1-0. And that one popped up out to left. Nimmo, couple steps over. 1 away. That'll bring up Crawford. He struck out his first time. Rangers have an early 3-0 lead over the Blue Jays. Nimmo gingerly makes the catch up. And that one hit out to center. Mullins, couple steps to his right. 2 away. In for a strike, 0-1. Where's Manaya at with this pitch count here? 63, so a little high. DO1. And that one ripped out to right. Soto on the run will not get there. And it's a ground rule double. That saves a run. For now, that'll save the Mets a run, but a Rosarena coming up. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Soto laughing it up with the opponent, talking to the Mariners bullpen guys. In for a strike, 0-1. Man, you can hear the silence in the stadium. Fans sitting on eggshells. Stop chatting with the opponent. Inside, 1-1. Soto just bought a Seattle bullpen guy a car. The 1-1. And popped up. Foul. It'll go out of play, 1-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 6th strikeout of the night for Manaya. And we go bottom 4. Still 4-3 Mariners. Manaya throwing BP up. We will take it. Come on. All right, coming up for the Mets. 7, 8, and 9. Mullins, Alvarez, and Mauricio. Top of the 4th inning there in Cincinnati. Brewers have runners on 1st and 2nd. And 1 out. And bottom 5 in Washington. The Phillies, Nats tied up at 2, but the Nats have a runner on 3rd and 2 out. And the Brewers now have the bases loaded with 1 out. B, BP, if he can keep them at 4 and get through 6. Raymond just get this last out. And he did. Oh, 60. That's why it's Beatles night there. Because 60 years ago tonight, the Beatles debuted at Shea Stadium. In for a strike, 0-1. Castillo started the inning at 62 pitches, so good job by the Mets making him work. But down a run. I was not there. I was not born in ninth. I was not born yet. Funny man. DO2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. DO2, the feet outside 1-2. They check down at third, no swing. Swung on a missed. Mullins strikes out, 1 away. That'll bring up Alvarez. He singled and scored his first time. Had an RBI. That single was an RBI single. The first pitch, up high, 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Let's go, Alvarez. We might as well just keep playing Taylor. Mullins hasn't done anything with that. I wasn't a fan of the Mullins trade. Up high, 2-2. No good says me either. The 2-2. Swung on a miss. Would have been ball 3. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Castillo. Jacob's here. What's up, Jacob? Swung on a miss by Mauricio, 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Castillo's locked in now. Or Jet Williams, yeah. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Swung on another pitch that would have been a ball. 2-2 the count. Fouled off. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Fouled off again. Raleigh gives chase, but it goes out of play. No, I do not think Jet Williams will get called up this year, Jacob. And that one ripped. Base hit in the right field. So a 2-out single. Back to the top of the lineup with Lindor, who's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Sharon says, I think we're better off with McNeil in center. Agreed. Up high, 1-1. Or 1-0, excuse me. Mauricio takes off. The throw's high. The throw to second. Not in time. Oh, were they going to challenge? I thought he beat it. Nope. Stolen base. 37 consecutive stolen bases. He was safe. Charles says, if you focus on success, you will have stress, but if you pursue excellence, success will be within reach. And George even called for it, and I didn't get to it in time. And for a strike, 2-1. Let's go, Lindor. Elgood says, as much as I'd like to see Williams or Bengie, I'd be shocked if Stearns would call them up. Is it Benj or Bengie? Fouled off, 2-2. Was safe, but that was close. Yes, that was close. I'm not familiar with all the minor league prospects, so. The 2-2. Up high, 3-2. The 3-2. And hit that one crushed out to right. Canzone at the track, at the wall. It's out of here. Lindor's 3 for 3. Four RBIs on the night. And the Mets jump back out in front 5-4. Yes, says William. Boom. Thank you, Lindor. Yes, says Gina. Bang, says IV. Now can a pitcher actually hold the lead? Ernesto's here saying yes. Was drafted last year. Yeah, Stearns' first pick, right? And Soto crushes one out to right center field. Back to the track, at the wall, and it's out of here. '30th home run of the year for Soto. And it's 6-4. Nimmo swings at the first pitch, 0-1. Thank you, LFG. Back-to-back bombs. Let's go. Back-to-backs is Blue Beetle. Double bang. Up high, 1-1. Gotta love it. Let's go. They're showing signs of life. Oh, they're now winning. Yes, twice. I don't see Seattle much, but they look really scrappy. And that one's ripped. That's a fair ball into the right field corner. Nimmo will pull on the second base with the 2-out double. And that'll bring up Alonso. It was not belly to belly, Charles. It was just back to back. Not belly to belly. I just realized the Mets winning would help the Yankees and the Red Sox, so even more. So let's go Mets. Frank says I'll keep smoking. Keep it going, Pete. Bizzardo getting warmed up in the Mariners bullpen. Cap says he turned the TV on just to see Soto's homer. Keep Castillo's in. He's doing great. Raymond says everybody hits. Let's go, Mets. It's on now. Nice hit, Nimrod. That counts as keeping it going. Correct. Now we know what Soto said to the bullpen. Watch this. The first pitch to Pete. Outside, 1-0. Lindor getting hot is so exactly what we need. He's the key to our turnaround. Agreed, Lounge. Hold my seeds. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Smash them free subs and hit the like button. The 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Jonathan says more runs. More. The 1-2 to Pete. Got down low, 2-2. Castillo at 93 pitches here in the fourth inning. Great job by the Mets making him work. The 2-2. Nimmo still at second. Bounced in the dirt, 3-2. Oh, Frank, if you're still here, I'm sorry. I just saw you sent a text message. And Alonso out to right, not deep. Canzone will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. But back-to-back home runs from Lindor and Soto give the Mets a 6-4 lead. It'll be Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Suarez coming up. Yeah, is Castillo still cooking? Oh, there's somebody named Edits. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks for subscribing long enough to be blocked. What an inning, says Gina. Once again, welcome in everybody. 119 people watching. We have 48 likes on the stream so far. Wow. We'll take a look at some of the other scores here in a minute. There we go. Brewers and Reds tied up at 8. That came in the top of the 5th. Phillies and Nats tied up at 2 in the 7th. Rangers have a 3-0 lead over the Blue Jays going to the 5th. Braves up 1-0 over the Guardians in the 5th. Marlins up 1-0 over the Red Sox in the 6th. Orioles and Astros in the 2nd, no score. Royals up 1-0 over the White Sox. Tigers and Twins in a rain delay. And the Yankees have a 3-0 lead over the Cardinals going bottom 1. Manaya swung on a miss by Raleigh, 0-1. Yo, Caps with the 5 gifted subs. Let's go. Whoa, that one missed, 1-1. Thank you, Caps, for going above and beyond to support the channel like that. He says, I think it's about that time. Hey, Bernard got one. Ernesto got one. You still believe in our bullpen, even Helsley? Am I crazy? Yes, you're crazy. And that one ripped foul, 1-2. For believing that, yes. Thank you, Cap, so much for going above and beyond. No. He'll get a couple games off now after last night's debacle. And that one popped up. McNeil, shallow right field. Will make the catch, 1 away. You know how some people say save some for tomorrow in a route? With Mets pitching, you can't afford to say that. Dude. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, you watch. If the Mets turn the season around, Stearns will say, just as I planned. Fouled off, 0-2. If you guys want to be eligible for those gifted subs or gifted memberships like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Have free memberships turned on. Down low, 1 and 2. Once again, don't forget tomorrow afternoon at 4, everybody. And grounded foul, still 1 and 2. Nolan McLean making his MLB debut. And I have not seen a corresponding move by the Mets. So. And that's foul down the third baseline. Live streaming now on the PAS Network coverage of MLB baseball action. Friday night edition. Mr. John, your host, providing great play-by-play. Well, the Mets had to make a move to activate him because he's in the bullpen. Oh, swung on a miss, 2 away. 7 strikeouts. Yo, Snowman checking in with the Snowman halftime raid. Let's go, Mets. Guys, another man part of the crew here. Make sure you check out Snowman Multimedia. Does a great job of covering Astros games. Does a lot of WNBA action as well. Mixes in football, NBA. I'm not sure if he does any NHL action. They have a daily show they do over there every day. So make sure you check out Snowman Multimedia. That one down low, 1-1. Oh, and they're saying it hit him. Nope, they're not going to challenge. So a 2-out base runner here. Frank says this is the perfect time to tap that plus subscribe button. Elgood says I'm excited for McLean tomorrow. We hear he's got the best slider in the minors, right? Let's see how that translates to the pros. The Ohio State University. Outside 1-0. Fouled off 1-1. Elgood says, I wanted to see McLean for months. Yeah. Get this guy, Manaya. Yeah, come on. You put a base runner on with 2 out. Now it's outside, 2-1. Where's Manaya at? 83 pitches here. If he can get out of this pretty quickly, they might let him start the 6th. To 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Come on, man. You hit a batter and now you're threatening to walk a guy. Come on. To 3-1. Swung on a miss. 3-2. That would have been ball 4. Timeout here by the hitter. Can zone. The 3-2. And that one ripped right at Pete, though. That'll end the 5th. We're halfway through. 6-4 Mets. Jonathan says you bring him out again. I do. I let him start the bottom of, or the top of the 6th inning. I do. I don't know what the Mets will do though. Top of the 5th inning. They're in Cincinnati. The Brewers have runners on 1st and 3rd with 2 out. Top of the 7th, the Phillies have runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. First sign of trouble, hook 'em. Agreed. Top of the 5th, the Rangers still up 3-0 over the Blue Jays. Marlins, can't believe the Marlins, one hitting. Oh, Alcantara on the mound, throwing a one-hitter. I have not checked in on our guy Fitzy. He's probably breaking stuff. Check in on the NFL tonight. The Titans have a 13-3 lead, almost halftime there, against the Falcons. The Chiefs-Seahawks game tonight will be on the NFL Network, so I might watch a little bit of that. Frank saying LFGM. Keep scoring. Let's go. Buzzardo, the new pitcher here for Seattle. It'll be McNeil, Vientos, and Mullins coming up. Now this is where the Mets offense usually goes stagnant, right? They were able to hit against the starter. Let's see how they do against the bullpen. Yeah. For people that were watching on SNY, that girl was teaching the guy about the game. McNeil pops one out the center. Rodriguez will make the catch, one away. keep Minaya in on a short leash. He's Jonathan. Yeah, date night going on out there. Yep. Was completely opposite last year. It was all about getting past the starter. Correct, Becca. Here's Vientos. Up high, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. He said. I don't want to say. Oh, swung on a miss, 1-2. I didn't say it, and I don't want to say what popped into my mind either. He said I'll get canceled. Out. Oh, called strike 3. Nice pitch. That one ran back in. I know I'm always like swing the bat. That was a nice pitch though. That looked like it was going outside, and it came back in. Mentos, come on. Come on, Vientos, join the home run bash. Inside, 1-0. Mullins is over 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. Right, Jonathan? Exactly, the 1-0. And a chopper to first. Flip to Bizzardo. The Mets go 1-2-3. We go to the 6th inning, still 6-4 Mets. 3-1 on the putout. We'll see what the Mets do here. She was explaining to him the difference between a curveball, a slider. All right, nope. Tyler Rogers coming into the game here. I would have let Minaya at least start the inning, but understandable. Part of the problem with starters not going 6 is Mendoza. Last night he should have let Senga finish. No, I disagree. I thought he pulled him at the right time. He's like, okay, I got it. What's a touchdown? We're horrible people. Oh, the Phillies now up 6-2 on the Nationals. And the Brewers and Reds tied at 8 in the bottom of the 5th now. Yep, Minaya is done. I don't agree with it, but... And a ground ball to short. Lindor's got it. 1 pitch, 1 away. Jonathan. Well, we'll never know. Rogers gave up the lead. Senga was starting to lose it yesterday. He started walking people. I think he pulled Senga at the right time, says Jake. In for a strut. No, down low, 1-0. Charles says being the best is great. You're number one. Being unique is better. You're the only one. Popped foul, 2-1. Charles coming, man. Charles has got the good ones rolling tonight on a Friday night. One thing Charles has not done. I could be wrong. And that's lined it up the middle. Base hit over Lindor's glove. That'll bring up Crawford. The submarine. What color was the submarine? There is a correct answer. And a chopper. Oh, nice play by Pete. McNeil. Nice scoop by Pete. 2 away. Runner moves to second. McNeil spiked that one in the dirt. Great scoop by Pete. Obviously yellow. Okay. All right. Charles says, there it is. Stay tuned for the weather update from the Bahamas. Leo says, exciting game, back and forth. Let's go, says Gina. Here's Cole Young, the number 9 hitter. 2 out and a runner on second. Down low, 1-0. Look at Pete on the backhand reach. Stayed on the bag. That's lined into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Mullins keeps it to a single, but the run will score. Yep, Leo says it as well. Yellow submarine, yep. Nothing you can do about that if you're Mullins. He was scoring easily there on the base hit. Back to the top of the lineup with a Rosarena, who's 2 for 3. In for a strike, 0-1. Yep, Beck is right. They constantly give runs right back. Outside, 1-1. Welcome into the night to the new 11 new subscribers. The 1-1. Rogers deals. And a ground ball down to third. Mauricio goes... Oh, Vien? No, that's Mauricio down at third, isn't it? I think it's Mauricio down at third, no? Yeah. Holy cow, Gary. Fielder's choice there to end the inning. But the Mariners get 1. And it's now 6-5 Mets. Gary threw me off. For the Mets, it'll be 8-9-1. Alvarez, Mauricio, and Lindor. Yeah, can never get bored on his delivery. Just so funky. Charles says, weather update from the Bahamas. 85 degrees, expected low of 81. Clear skies, winds from the east at 12 miles an hour. No rain in the forecast. Humidity's at 76%. Just a slight chance of any tourists bursting in the flames down there. They are now in the top of the sixth inning, still 8-8, Brewers and Reds. Red Sox have tied the game against the Marlins. Jonathan Himes is here. Mariners have y'all right where they want you. Down late so they can rally and break your hearts. Ferguson will be the new pitcher here. Charles says a red carpet welcome awaits the PAS Network family in Nassau, Bahamas, aka Paradise. Caleb Ferguson, 49 and 2/3 innings, has given up a 3.44 ERA. A liver cleanse commercial. The first pitch. Down low, 1-0. Let's go, Alvarez, get it started. The 1-0. And that one lined out to right. Rodriguez, the center fielder, will make the catch on the run. One away. Nice play. Jonathan agrees to solid play there. Here's Mauricio. We'll bat from the right-handed side now. 2 for 2. Couple singles, a run scored, a stolen base. In for a strike, 0-1. D-0-1. Popped foul. 0-2, excuse me. Oh, Helsley's getting warmed up in the Met bullpen. Why? Down low, 1-2. What's on the side of the Mets helmet? Or Mets hat? The 1-2. Swung on a mass, 2 away. Here comes Lindor. He's 2 for 3 tonight with 4 RBIs. 2 home runs. Oh, good call, Elgood, could be. Swung on a miss. Ooh, backswing got a piece of the catcher. 0-1. Yeah, Elgood says probably a logo for the Little League. Yeah, could be. Yeah, right, Jonathan? He said her name wrong. DOO. That one driven out to right. Oh, then I'll be caught. That'll end the inning. Sounded good off the bat. We go to the 7th. 6-5 Mets. It will be Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Suarez coming up. Gained another subscriber there. Let's go. That's 12 tonight. I was thinking another flight there for Lindy. Brewers have taken a 9-8 lead. Phillies still up 6-2. Rangers up 3-0. Braves still up 1-0. Marlins and Red Sox tied up at 1 in the 7th. Royals with a 1-0 lead over the White Sox. Tigers up 5-0 over the Twins, going bottom 1. Yankees still up 3-0 over the Cardinals, going to the 3rd. And the Rockies have a 1-0 lead over the Diamondbacks. No, they are not. Braves are up 1-0, Jacob. Top of the 7th there. Third quarter in NFL action. The Titans up 13-3 over the Falcons. And Helsley will come into the game. I don't agree with this. Jake says, 1 run isn't enough. I don't trust anyone in this pen. Here's Helsley. And why is he in the 7th inning? Oh, because it's Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Suarez. That's why. Yep, Battle of the Meadowlands this weekend. Yep. Bounce in the dirt, 1-0. So last night when Helsley came in. Oh no, he got the first guy out. But then walked and gave up a couple doubles. The 1-0. Bounce in the dirt, 2-0. Why are you throwing curveballs when you have a 103-mile-an-hour fastball, dude? Leo says, I'm sweating this game. Parker plays. Says, hi, welcome in, Parker. Right, Jonathan? None of them are really that good. Except for Rogers. I got to give Rogers credit. Even though Rogers did give up the... Oh, no. That wasn't last night. Man. And I forget who it was in the chat, too, when it was 8-1. Said Milwaukee comes back. Yeah, Rogers only one performing. To quote Bob Murphy, buckle your seatbelts. The 2-0. Right down the middle, 2-1. Raymond says, let's go, Helsley. Throw strikes. The 2-1. Bounce in the dirt. 3-1. Yes, I know that, Jonathan. There's a strike. 3-2. Raleigh's downright dangerous. Pitch around him. I say no. Not here in the 7th inning. I'm not pitching around him. The 3-2. And a chopper foul. We'll do it again. The 3-2. And that one line. Base hit down the left field line. Nimmo jogging over. Look at him. What is he doing? A faster runner, and that's a triple. That'll bring up Rodriguez here with a runner on second. No, I would not. There's a strike, 0-1. And popped up foul, 0-2. The 0-2. Swung on a miss, struck him out, one away. Rodriguez has struck out 3 times tonight. Cheddar. Trying to see what that logo is on the side of the hat up there. Fouled off, 0-1. Yeah, I don't know, Jason. Cool. Please get me 2 more, right? The 0-1. Helsley deal, swung on him, ass, 0-2. Now he's got that slider working. Is there another player that Mendoza can sub in for Nimmo late in the game for defensive purposes? I don't follow the Mets. And fouled off. We'll do it again. Right now, tonight there is. You can move McNeil out to left, and you could put Beatty at second. If you wanted to. How was Suarez average only 233? I don't know. The 0-2. Genuses have to hold the lead. Mets holding on to that 6-5 lead here. The 0-2 from Helsley. He deals. And that one ripped. Fair ball. That'll tie the game. And once again, Helsley can't do crap. This guy throws 103 miles an hour and he's throwing sliders. And that'll be it for Helsley. Why are they booing this man off the field? Brooks Raley will come in. The pitching lab, the pitching lab has done wonders for Helsley. The pitching lab's a joke. I mean, this guy, Hefner needs to go too. This guy's been here for forever, and the pitching gets worse. Send him back to St. Louis, right? I knew this game was about to be tied up. Charles says to smash them free subs and hit the like button. Yeah, it was right down the middle. Charles also says your attitude will determine your altitude. No, that's why St. Louis got rid of him. He's having a horrendous year. Helsley, that's weird. A lot of Met fans did want Helsley. He wasn't even on my radar. This team seems to never not blow a lead, right? Yeah, 30-day return policy. Why are they showing a commercial? Whoa. Holy bright. Our pitching is not delivering lately. No, it is not. What the Helsley was that? Very nice, Sharon. All right, here's Brooks Raley with a runner on second. 1 out. Charles says, feel inspired to join in the chat. There's a strike 0-1. You're welcome to do so at any time, respectfully. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? What's going on with this team? Outside, 1-1. We gave up a lot of prospects at the deadline. None of those trades have panned out. Why? I think Rogers has been fine. Now at the time. And a chopper. Base hit. How come our defense has never played in the perfect position? If that was the Met batter, that would have been grounded right to the second baseman. I don't get it, man. Yankee fans rooting for the Mets tonight. Yeah. Well, don't get your hopes up. Yeah, don't forget, guys. Jonathan says the 26th is the next extravaganza. So make sure you're subbed up and have memberships turned on. Inside 1-1. They were up 6-4, and it's now 7-6. I even said I don't like Helsley coming in here. Outside, 2-1. Yes, there is, Jacob. They're $3. And that one missed somewhere. 3-1. Blue squeezing the pitchers now. Inside, ball 4. So Raley hasn't retired a batter. And here comes Hefner. Yep, mound visit. Yep, Halsey didn't have his slider, yet he threw it to the pull hitter, Suarez. Right? No, it's not hard to point fingers. It is not hard to point fingers. Jake, exactly. And that's why they stop hitting late in games, man. They're just like, why? The pitching's just going to give it right back. Yeah, good call, Kev. Wonder who called it, Alvarez or Hills. Us Met fans deserve much better than this crap. Mendy's bullpen gambling rears its ugly head. In for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, Mets 21-28. Agreed. And that's absolutely crushed. And it's off the wall. It hit below the orange line. And Rayleigh hasn't retired a batter. Yes, I mean, Mendy gone, please, right? Something's got to change. A message needs to be sent to this team before you're... Nope. Cohen disappears off of Twitter for forever. The Mets win 11-5 or 11-6 the other night, or 13-6. And he's like, see, you just got to be patient. And the Mets have sucked again ever since. Sharon says it. Don't have enough fingers for all this pointing. Ernesto with the Mendoza question marks. Yes, it is unbettable. So, Blue Beetle, stop. We're not talking about Helsley anymore. We've been talking about Rayleigh not retiring a batter. How about paying attention? Fouled off, 1-2. Eric says somebody's got to go. Yep, not Rayleigh too. This crap is infectious. Yep. Rayleigh, a single, a walk, and a double so far. Swung on a miss. There's his first out. Second out of the inning. Eric says somebody's got to go. Agreed. Jackson Pruitt, welcome in. In for a strike, 0-1. Not sure where that one missed. 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Ronald says Mendoza needs to go. Same formula, same crap. Yep. Yeah, welcome into the new subscribers. We're up to 17 tonight. That one ripped. Fair ball down the right field corner. That'll clear the bases. It's 10-6. Honestly, I think part of this is Mendoza, but seriously, these guys are not doing their jobs. Mason says, I'm going to break my TV. Don't break your TV. Be agitated, but don't break your TV. The only saving grace is that the Brewers have come back. No booing. Hardly any, Jonathan. Perfect opportunity to brew either Raleigh or Mendoza there. Get a chant going about firing Mendoza, maybe. Ronald says, sorry, Mets fans, but stop when the season is over. They're still in a playoff spot, even if they choke tonight. You're a bit agitated. Glad I went and did chores. Yeah, I don't know, Jonathan. I know when the Mets were in Milwaukee, he was at the games, but I don't know. Here's one half of the Panic Brothers. I don't know, Jonathan. The Mets are saying, the leadership's saying no, but something needs to change. Because what, the Mets are 2-13 over their last 15 games? I mean, completely collapsing. Up and in, 1-0 from Stanek. I mean, they had a 6-4 lead tonight, and they're now down 10-6. 5 runs in the inning here. Outside, 2-0. What's the answer here? Fire the manager, DFA pitchers. Swung on a miss, 2-1. Putting Stanek in is basically throwing the game. Agreed, but you got to do something. Crusader, fire Mendoza, please. And a ground ball to second. McNeil over to first. That'll retire the side, but the Mariners put up a 5 spot. We go bottom 7. Stand up and stretch, everyone. The Mariners bat around. Yeah, he needs to go too. I mean, this whole pitching lab nonsense. How old is the channel? 3 years? The channel will turn 4 years old on September 9th. September 9th, 2021 was our first live stream. We're not adrenaline junkies, Ron. We're adrenaline sufferers, right? Dell says, just stop by to say hi and give you a like. My heart can't really take this. Understandable. Let's get something here. James Kelly, welcome in. Appreciate that. How many times have we had to change the pitcher? Well, that inning 3. Ronald says, congrats. Thank you, Ronald. It's no longer the 4th inning meltdown. It's now the 7th inning crush. Jonathan says, my first full season with you, second half of last season. All right, James. Thanks. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for subscribing long enough to show your intelligence. And I don't need your to be a subscriber. But please. Thanks for showing up. You don't know how I've been calling these games recently. I don't think I'd be able to do it. It was tough. Juan Soto pops up the first pitch. Foul territory. 1 away. No boos from the crowd. Nothing. First pitch swinging after giving up 5 runs in the top of the inning, and you pop out. Money Magic says 7 straight blown leads is only a feat the Mets can accomplish. Gotta come show support for you, John. But these Mets, I'm struggling to continue. Yep, terrible at bat. Outside. Like, I can't even post highlights on my calls anymore. I'm not posting the Lindor and Soto back-to-back home run calls. Why? The Mets lost. Why? Who cares? Like, this collapse is completely killing the channel, man. Views are down. There's a strike, 2-1. Everything we want to see and still lose. Yep. And it's no longer on the offense. It's on pitching now. Fouled off, 2-2. No, that is not true. That has been proven false multiple times already. Right, Caps? He says, come on, I can't even walk my dog without the Mets screwing a game up. The 2-2. Swung on a miss, struck him out. Frankie Montas getting warmed up in the Met bullpen now. It was a Nimmo 3-run shot, but yeah, Nimmo, Pete breaking the record. Back-to-back Lindor and Soto, all L's. Yup. It's Pepto time. It's like they want it to be an even 40 years. The 1-1. Elgood says if Caps hadn't left the country, the Mets wouldn't be in this position. There's a strike, 1-2. We're going down the drain now. Stearns, can you imagine this nightmare happening? And that one fouled off. Still 1-2. You can keep making as many counts as you want. You're going to get blocked every time. Swung on a missed. And the heart of the Met lineup that you need to get going goes 1, 2, 3. We go to the 8th. Someone check in on Rob. It'll be Raleigh, Rodriguez, and why did these three guys always seem to be coming up? Fifth at bats for these guys tonight. Yep, Alonso struck out, Mason. Montas is said to be pissed at the motion. Cares. Then he should have pitched better. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. Yep. Yep. Agreed. See, Zeal knows it. All right, Montas in the game now. Raleigh's 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. Popped up, foul, 0-1. Who cares? It's a preseason game. It's definitely not over because Duran just got carted off the field being in a game What do you mean carted off the field? Why would a baseball player get carted off the field? How bad was that injury? And that one ripped foul, 0-2. Elgood says, wonder how much money could have been made betting against the Mets. Right? And once the Mets took a 6-4 lead, they haven't scored. Wow, the bullpen cart came out. Wow. That's not good. I bragged about this team this year and got pummeled for it. Yep. And Raleigh hooks one out to right center field. Soto back on the track. And you got to be kidding me. I need to see that again. Right, Jonathan? What was that? How is that ball not caught? Skipperoo says no mas. No mas. Fouled off at the plate, 0-1. Caught a piece of Alvarez. Mrs. Caps asks, every time I look in the mirror, do I feel bad for being the cause of the Mets collapse? What a wife. No mas. Bad route by Soto. No, it was not. Soto was there. Pete says I should just start rooting for the Phillies at this point. Been a Mets fan for 30 years. Once they go down, the game is over. Yep. Because why? They fought back multiple times tonight, and the bullpen gives it right back. DO1. Down low, 1-1. Eight runs, I think, Jonathan. I think it's 8. Can't hold the lead, says Charles. Nope. Welcome in. We've gained 20 new subscribers tonight. Welcome into the new subscribers. My name's John. We go live for every Mets game. And that one ripped out to right. Soto back to the track at the wall. Soto's given up. That's 2 balls that could have been caught. Exactly, realized Soto gave up. I'd pull him. And how come the booth isn't criticizing these guys? Williams says there's only one move that could be made at this point is fire Mendoza. And they're not going to do that. Then Pete, go be a Phillies fan. Wheeler hasn't been here for a long time. And that wasn't even under this ownership. Popped up on the infield. Alvarez will make the catch in fair territory. 1 away. Yeah, Booth is biased here. Unbelievable that they're not. And that one hit out to left. Nimmo makes a sliding catch. Nice little effort there. 2 away. Gary wants the crowd. You can hear the inbound LaGuardia flights real clearly. In for a strike, 0-1. Bounce in the dirt, 1-1. Oh, they probably don't allow him in the stadium, Kev. Every highlight is the other team. Yep. Astros are getting no hit. Really? I've been looking that up all night. They are. They're going to the 7th inning there. The Phillies beat the Nats. Nice diving stop by Pete. Picks it up. Throws over to Montas. That'll retire the side. That saved the run. Pete slow getting up. 3-1 on the out. But the Mariners had a run. We go bottom 8. It's 11-6. It'll be McNeil, Vientos, and Mullins coming up. The good old after the All-Star break crash. MF, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you going above and beyond to support the channel like that. Yeah, thank you, Pete. Right? That saved the run. Yep. What do you mean? Have you not been watching the game tonight? He's 0 for 3. They've been crashing since June 13th. Yeah, don't care, Bam. Don't care anymore, dude. Yeah. I mean, Jonathan, they paid for their tickets. Are not, you know, if I paid for tickets, I'd still go to the game. But here we go. We think we got a new pitcher here. Hey Jude, 8.5 minutes and nah. In for a strike, 0-1. And that one lined in the center. A leadoff single for McNeil. Oh, good. Charles says to smash them pre-subs and hit that like button. PAS Network is the place to be. Yeah, Mason, I know. I'm doing play-by-play, dude. If you want to do play-by-play, start a channel. Swung on a miss by Vientos, 0-1. No, McNeil should not be. It's time to start getting rid of some of these guys so we can start using some of the young talent we have coming up. Nimmo needs to go. McNeil needs to go. And fouled off, 0-2. Arthur says these 2 innings are important. Let's see more than 6 batters. I'm starting to think Blue's not even a Met fan. Nobody called him the savior, dude. Swung on a miss, 1 away. We've just been calling to see what he can do. Because it can't be any worse than what we're getting now. Nobody said savior. I'm calling you blocked again. And that one ripped into the right field corner. McNeil goes to third. That snaps an 0 for 13 stretch. Mets have runners on the corners here for Alvarez. It's not the... What are you talking about? The lineup's been scoring. What are you talking about? It's the pitching. How many more... The Mets are scoring... The Mets are actually scoring runs now, and you're still blaming the offense. And for a strike, no, they checked down at first. He went 0-1. Walter, what? How did my mods not block this guy yet? Outside, 1-1. You blocked Beetle? I didn't block Beetle. Alvarez launches one out to right. Canzone at the track, and it's out of here. It's 11-9. Number 7 for Alvarez makes it a 2-run game. Danny Zuko with a 3-run shot. Francisco Alvarez for 3. Let's go, Alvy. LFGM, says IV. Oh, look at that young Met fan that got the ball. Look at the smile on that face. Never, a moment he'll never forget. And a pitching change here. Let's see if we get a pinch hitter here from the Mets as well. Chat GPT is here. Yeah, but it's not free. I'll wait till 6 comes out and 5 becomes free. Frank. Oh, I finally checked out that message. Siri should be nowhere near the camera. Who was scheduled? Mauricio. Elgood says bring Marte up. Big swing, love to see it. William says we've blown so many leads, let's turn the damn tide. At this point, he is robbing the Mets. Yeah, but I would bring up a pinch hitter. Unless it's a righty. Let's see. Jared, hey, Jared, what's up? Hey, Pure, how are you? I was at the Red Sox game. Trevor Story walked it off. Yo, let's go. That's a big win for you guys. I'm tired of this. He ain't injured anymore and hasn't been for 2 months. Siri's still hurt. What do you mean he's not injured anymore? He's on the 60-day IL. Foul. 0-2. Jared says, now let's get the Mets to win. Yeah, it'll help you guys out. A little bit. DO2. Oh, that ball's low. Come on. That ball's low. And the booth not complaining about that. Smiling. I don't want to see my guys smiling when they strike out looking. Here's Lindor, 3 for 4. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. We are the MLB version of the Bengals. Offense plays lights out, but the pitching and fielding fails us, right? No laughing matter, right? The 1-1. And that one lined foul down the left field side. 1-2. It fouled off, still 1-2. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. The 2-2. And chopped it foul. I thought he swung out and missed it, but he got a piece of it. The 2-2. And fouled off. We'll do it again. Lindor with the 2 home runs tonight. I believe he's the last Met to hit 3 home runs in a game. Somebody looked that up once before. I think they said it was Lindor against the Yankees. The 2-2. And popped up. And Suarez in foul territory will make the catch. That'll retire the side. The Mets do get 3. We go to the 9th. More Crawford and Young coming up. 7, 8, and 9. Yep, that's correct, says Money. Thank you, Money. It might even have been Money that looked it up that time. Awesome stuff, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming in tonight. Yeah, 19 new subscribers tonight. We were at 20, and it dropped down 1. Oh, because I blocked that guy talking tomfoolery. Little preseason NFL action tonight. The Titans have a 23-20 lead over the Falcons in the fourth quarter. Games that are final in baseball tonight. The Pirates beat the Cubs 3-2. Phillies beat the Nationals 6-2. Braves beat the Guardians 2-0. And the Red Sox win 2-1. Yeah, but who cares? Half the people that are getting punished are gone, so I know that school was fined a bunch of money, but these universities nowadays making boatloads of money. Oh, she can't hear me. Boatloads. Heavily over promoting stock market trades. Well, everybody gets different commercials, Kev, so the way this is going, it has to be one of the biggest choke jobs in sports history. Agreed. Yeah, Portnoy said about the fines as ashtray money. Yup. A little too late, I say. Yup. So great to have you all joining us tonight on the PAS Network. Much appreciated. You are valued indeed. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Montas still on the mound here. The silent listeners and viewers, new subscribers and viewers are also included in that. Charles says in the morning you have two choices. Bounce in the dirt, 2-2. You can either A, continue to dream about your goals, or B, wake up and chase them. The 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Three and two the count. The 3-2. It popped up foul. It'll go out of play. The 3-2. And that one ripped out to right, and that'll get down for extra bases. So, I don't want to hear how pissed off Montas is that he got taken out of the rotation. Fitzy says, come on, Mets, stop this losing streak, please. No, the Mets do not have any comebacks past the 8th inning. What's up, Damien? Welcome in. Yep. Thank you for being sorry about our Mets. Yeah, there is plenty of time. Just frustrating. Get Montes out of there. Yep. Mendoza must not see this game as a must-win. No, because the Reds are losing. In for a strike, 0-1. The Reds, who once led 8-1 tonight, are losing 10-8. Bottom 9. And that ball hit out to right. Soto. This time he'll make a catch. One away. Mets got to try to hold it to a 2-run lead here. And they'll have Soto, Nimmo, and Alonso in the bottom of the 9th. But here's Cole Young, number 9 hitter. 3 for 4. 3 runs batted in. 2 doubles, a single. The Brewers do win that game. Outside 1-0. Sorry I'm late. The mom took me out for dinner. What do you mean? I thought you didn't do the Red Sox game tonight, Fitzy? I thought you did the Red Sox game. There's a strike of 1-1. So the Reds are pulling a Mets. Yep. Is it crazy for me to say Mendoza is quickly morphing into Boone? No. My thoughts exactly, Buster. Love a good comeback win. Outside, 2-1. No idea. He's a rookie. No idea. Coming to today, batting .244. Inside, 3-1. That's 13 straight for the Brewers. Nice. Very cool, Fitzy. Very cool. Swung on a miss. 3-2. The Blue Jays have come back tonight and now lead the Rangers 6-5. Top of the 8th there in Houston. The Orioles still up 4-0. Still a no-no. Outside, ball 4. Back to the top of the lineup. Yeah, but yeah, it is Soto, Nimmo, and Alonso coming up for the Mets, but you got to get out of this with not giving up any runs. Cap says Brewers going to come crashing down hard. Yup. And I hope they stay hot for the rest of the regular season and it's for the playoffs. Fitzy says, I want the Mets to win tonight because the Mariners are ahead of us for that top wild card spot. How many games back are you, Fitzy? From the number 1 spot. In for a strike, 0-1. Brewers get rid of Stearns in less than 2 seasons. They're the best team. Yeah, but it's all still Stearns players. Down low, 1-1. And they didn't get rid of him. He stepped down. He wanted the Met job. He's a Met fan. Oh, with a Mariner loss, she'll be tied. Bounced in the dirt, 2-1. Cap saying, Mets, show me an old-fashioned 6-4-3, please. Charles says, hit that like button and sub to the PAS Network for outstanding content and great play-by-play. The 2-1 from Montas. In for a strike, 2-2. And a chopper to short. Lindor goes to second for 1, and that'll be it. That'll be it. It was slow. No, you can hear the fans. yelling, "Come on!" That was a good job to get the out at second. No, it wasn't exactly, Keith. Wasn't hit hard enough to turn two. They get the force out at second and puts runners on the corners for Raleigh. I still wanted the Mets to draft Mizorowski. Yeah. Okay. How did he look tonight? Oh, that's right. He gave up 8 runs. Come on, Montas. Get out of this. The first pitch. Up high, 1-0. I don't think they'll do it, but with a base, with technically a base open, do you pitch around Cal Raleigh for Rodriguez? Raleigh's got 3 hits tonight. And there's a strike. No, come on, Blue. Come on, dude. The ball's a strike. Runner goes down the second. Now there's, let's see. I mean, come on. What are you looking for? Y'all re-yanks it foul. 2-1. Now walk him. One game doesn't make a career. What are you talking about? Go to robot umps. This is ridiculous all the time, right? The 2-1. Down low, 3-1. What? Can we try to get timed out? Exactly. Ronnie just said it. Walk him and start over with the new count. Outside, ball 4. That'll load the bases. Has to be on purpose. Never seen so many missed calls. We've gone quiet. The chat's gone quiet over on the playback side. I can smell a dagger coming. Yeah. Mets are making history with no pitchers going 5 innings. And that's lined out to right. And Soto makes the catch. They strand the bases loaded. Mets down by a pair. With Soto, Nimmo, and Alonso coming up. Montas better get out of this or we'd be in trouble. Alright, need a bloop and a blast to tie. All the wrong type of history for this team. All the wrong. Wait, who's going live? Oh, Uneducated Sports Talks going live for the game. Hopefully Carlos and PJ are doing good over there. This team is due for a comeback in the 9th. I agree. Let's set up a redirect here, guys. When we're done, I know some of you might not. Some of you might look for some Mets post-game coverage. But we're going to send everybody over to Rising Rhino tonight. He's got Canadian Football League action tonight. But when I'm done, I can't do post-game. In losses, I can't do post-game stuff. And I need to grab a bite to eat because I am hungry. But once again, let's go. Here we go, down 2 runs. Soto, Nimmo, and Alonso. The first pitch. Up high, 1-0. Munoz, the pitcher here. Outside, 2-0. Cap says, not going to lie, I'm worried about this series. Seattle has some nasty pitchers. You watch Wardy? Yeah, but Wardy doesn't allow redirects. The 2-0. Fouled off, 2-1. Team isn't due for anything. They must take it. Very good, money. Swung on a miss. 2-2. Soto saved at least 2, possibly all 3. Yeah, that inning. Yeah, something to do. It's player designed bats this weekend. Two and 2 to Soto. Oh, up and in, 3-2. It's Players Weekend. Thank you, Fitzy. The 3-2. Swung on a miss. 1 away. It was a strike either way. It would have been a strike if he didn't swing, so can't be upset. He could be upset he struck out, but way out in front. That'll bring up Nimmo. 1 out, nobody on. Outside corner, 0-1. Now, I can't believe that's a strike now in this inning. Fouled off, quickly down 0-2. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. The notification bell is turned on so you know when we go live again. And a little chopper up to first. Flip the pitcher covering, 2 away. The Mets are down to their final out. In the 7th inning, when the Mets had a shot at trying to make a little bit of a, get things rolling with Soto, Nimmo, and Alonso, they went 1-2-3. And now this time, with Soto, Nimmo, and Alonso, 1-2, and we'll see what Pete does here. Don't just up and leave when we're done, because it'll ask you if you want to redirect. Make sure you go over to Rising Rhino. Tell him PAS sent you over. There's strike 1. And a little weak grounder to second. Over to first, and the ball game is over. 11-9 is our final. Mets don't even put up a fight. Unbelievable. 2-14 over their last 16. So, guys, I'm just at a loss for words here. Well, we'll try it again tomorrow. A little bright spot tomorrow. We get McLean on the mound. We'll see how he fares. But I don't think anything's changing with this team until we get a big firing. Either one of the hitting instructors, the pitching coach, Mendoza. Something's got to happen. But the Mets, because of the Reds' choke job tonight, still have a half-game lead in the wild card standings. And maybe that's why they're not firing him, right? No, then the Mets are going to keep collapsing, Jacob. You know, I don't know what to say anymore. So, all right, guys. When I end, it's going to ask you if you want to go over to Rising Rhino. Tell them PAS sent you over, and we'll see everybody tomorrow afternoon.